Hey! I couldn't resist doing a video from my favourite location, Whiskeytown Lake, which I have shown you before. It has been a long time and it feels like I could make a video for every day that I'm here about what God's teaching me and the things that are happening here, and with the beautiful surroundings that we get to be around. Actually, that's just a valley or bolly or however you say it, my favourite mountain. This is just one of my favourite places to come and reflect and pray and worship Jesus and be with him. Oh, this is my flask, that's not a mountain at all. Seriously, there's just so much I could say. There's internal stuff, external stuff. I promised testimony. I still haven't got the details nailed down, which is shameful because it's been weeks now. But essentially a guy, it was a relative who was brain dead and they were switching their machines off. But a guy from my course started praying for this relative, and the doctors were surprised, although they're declining to call it a miracle. But the person is making a massive recovery, and they switched the machines off, but the person carried on breathing, and that's an amazing story. Also, one of my friends, we were at the cinema and he walked past someone with a leg brace on, and he just started praying for them. They'd had their leg brace for, I think it was 30 years after being run over by a police car, and my friend started praying for this person and they got complete restored movement, and which they'd not been able to do in 30 years. So there's loads of exciting external stories like that, and as well as that, God's just continuing to do work in my heart, as I'm getting to affect the lives of other people. He's just doing more in my heart. I don't know a good way to say that. I think a big thing that he's addressing at the moment is, I don't know if it's a natural British thing, but just naturally I feel like I come into situations, I come in a little bit suspicious of the other people, but especially girls. I come into a room and I'm kind of analysing where do I fit in this room, where do I stand, just not naturally expectant that I can be confident in who I am and that everyone else is worth honouring and that they've got something to give, something to bring. And I'm just recognising the ugliness of that attribute, and it is losing its power in me, and it has robbed to some respect. We've had to make so many new friends here. You just walk into so many environments where it's a whole room of new people, and it's been so easy to feel overwhelmed and to kind of try and rank yourself in the room and work out where do I fit, am I okay? And I feel like that stuff it has robbed from some really good connection, but actually it's not winning. It doesn't get to win this choosing to be suspicious, because Jesus just undid hierarchy. He undid loneliness. He undid rejection when he died on the cross. He made us all to be children of God. And so I'm just learning more how to live from being a child who is loved, rather than always wanting to beat other people down. It's just so much. I think birds are flying and making noise, that's fun. My parents have been out here, it's been lovely. Got a friend Elodie coming the end of this week. So many other just practical stuff I could say. We had Randy Clark and Benny Hinn, and it's just been fantastic. Honestly, every day feels like a sabbatical and a day where I can learn something, and I'm just so grateful to have had this time to invest in myself. I feel like God's beginning to speak about the future and to open some doors about that as well. But anyway, that'll do for now. I love you. Thank you for being in contact and for being part of my life. You guys were all amazing. Bye. Ugh.